Welcome back to some more Tatarigoroshi. So, where we last left off, a lot of stuff happened. But yeah, aside of the lot of stuff happened, well, Keiichi was, well, he's dumb sometimes when it comes to cooking and shit like that. But yeah, let's continue reading. So I ended up not needing to escort them. I saw off Satoko and Rika-chan to the gate. Thanks a lot for today. Thanks to you, I got a good cultural dinner. If Satoko hadn't come, Keiichi would be growling and yowling right now. Anyway, what the fuck's up with the speakers sometimes? Anyway, truly, it's really good that we came. They really saved me. I gave them another bow, filled with gratitude. Oh yes, I put the rice and side dishes into a container, so use that for your bento tomorrow. And for breakfast, you can eat some bread and jam. Strawberry jam and peanut butter were in your refrigerator on the middle shelf to the right. Cocoa powder too was in the upper right door of the cupboard. I know all that. You don't have to go into detail. I was about to say that, but I decided to humbly listen to her. It was then that I finally realized that Satoko, who had appeared to be in a bad mood, was in fact in a great one, just like Rika-chan had said. And that though she nagged a lot, she was very kind. Then good night. Make sure to brush your teeth before you go to bed. You have to do it for at least 5 minutes. I got it, Satoko. I'll brush my teeth and make breakfast for tomorrow. And I'll be sure not to forget the bento. You better not forget. You need to wake up earlier than usual, or you won't be able to get your breakfast or bento ready, got it? If you like, I can give you a call a little earlier to wake you up instead of using your alarm clock. Nah. Using your alarm clock, nah. Unless he be that, forgetful. You don't have to go that far. I'll set my alarm clock to wake me up a little early. Yeah, we'll see about that. Thanks for being so concerned about me. Satoko looked like she had more fault finding to do, but she stopped in, leaving me with a good night, got on her bike, and disappeared down the nighttime road. Rika-chan went to do the same, but then remembered something and came back. What's wrong, Rika-chan? Did you forget something? Keiichi, you get 100 points for today. Clap, clap, clap. Rika-chan suddenly complimented me. She clapped her small hands. What was she on about? I didn't do anything worthy of praise, did I? I nearly burned down the house after all. Satoko probably felt like her Nini had come home. I think she was having a lot of fun. Nothing. Once in a while, I want you to go along with Satoko's scolding in the future. Are you telling me to be like an older brother that she can scold instead of Satoshi? Rika-chan didn't say anything. She just smiled and went all nipa. Oh, look at that beautiful moon in the distance. This Satoshi person. He has such a great little sister, so what was he unhappy about? If I were Satoshi, I would never have run away from home. Satoshi had his own circumstances. I'm sure I didn't know what he was unhappy with. But whatever the reason, was no excuse for abandoning Satoko. I hope he comes back soon. I probably can't play the role of her actual Nini forever, you know? It's okay. You were just like Satoshi today. Please do it again sometime. If that's what would make Satoko happy, I'd take on this easy role whenever I needed to. Nah, you'll back out. Back out when I needed to. What the fuck happened? Thought there was an ant crawling on my leg for a second. This is what I hate about summer. Rika! Satoko stopped her bike under a distant exterior light and called out to her friend, who wasn't coming no matter how long she waited. Okay, I have to go. Good night. Yeah, good night. I can't replace Satoshi, but Keiichi could do it. That's one less piece of baggage I need to shoulder. Leaving me with that, Rika-chan sped off on her bike. She rode up next to Satoko, and then the two of them disappeared in the blink of an eye. Satoshi. Seriously, come back soon, got it? If you come home really late, I'll punch you right in the nose. Let's try our best until that day comes, Satoko. Even I could no longer hear the sounds of their bicycles. I stood there for a while, seeing them off. And that concludes the first part, Satoko's Trap Course Elementary. Receive new tips. Hey, I got achievement. You're on fire. Pun intended. Oh boy. Alright, let's look at new tips. So, as you can see here, when you get new tips, you get some little bit of interest of either get some new info and some little bit of studying. I don't know. Usually some stuff like that. So we're going to call it Satoko's Trap Course Elementary. Let's go give it a read. I know one thing for sure. Satoko could fend off an entire army division by holding up in this mountain. I know all about it. Satoko was one of the Soviet military advisors that gave training on traps to that one country. Really? I hope it's not landmines. Stop saying weird things. Somebody help me. How did it come to this? What traps did we fall for, and how did we fall for them? Mion was caught in a profusely thin pitfall she couldn't escape from, and only her head was poking above the ground. Reina's head was completely covered by a tin bucket. She was squirming around in a vain attempt to remove it. Either of these really were funny, but that's where it ended. At least they had their feet on the ground. Oh boy, we got a forest. Kei-chan, what about you? Think you can get out of that? Hurry up and get out so you can save this old man. You're the one who should be breaking out and saving me, Mion. What do you expect me to do in this freaking bamboo mat? I was wrapped up in the bamboo mat and hanging 2 meters above the ground. It's like he's covered in like a suit in a seaweed wrap. Bamboo mat, I don't know. Hanging 2 meters above the ground. Ah, what was this trap and how did I fall into it? Huh? It was Satoko. This all started when they suggested that I was unfamiliar with nature, having grown up in the city, and proposed a little exploration on the mountain. Oh boy. But Reina doesn't really know how it is back there either. Reina might get lost. Oh. The mountain out back, huh? I played there a lot when I was little, but I haven't gone there for years. If you get lost out there, things can get pretty dangerous. You can leave the mountain to us. The whole thing is our playground, after all. Isn't that right, Rika? Mew. Oh, good old Rika, responding with cute sounds. Oh, I see. How reassuring. We'll defer to you two this time and have you be our tour guides. Wait, Keiichi-kun. The summer vacation guidebook says not to play on the mountain because you'll get lost. It isn't summer vacation yet, so it's alright. We know the path, so there's no need to worry. The mountain has always been our playground, our backyard. We know all the secret paths and shortcuts. Yes, both Satoko and Rika-chan knew the path like the back of their hands. Thanks to them, we had our fill of fresh air, gorgeous views, and Mother Nature, the likes of which you could never see in the village. But things got strange part way though. Oh boy, well ain't this a bitch. Oh yes, everyone, I have something to say. From here on, you must follow exactly where I go. Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden? It would be safer to do as Satoko says. Oh my. Hey, Mi-chan, look at this. What is it? Should I pull it? Should I? Suddenly, squeak, crash. Oh boy. When Reina pulled the kite string, a bundle of bamboo spears fastened to a tree branch all came raining down with a clatter right next to where Reina was standing. Whoa! Whoa! What is this? What? What? Gah. That brings back memories. Satoko made this trap in the second semester of second grade. That was a close one. The tips of the spears are covered in dog poop, so if one of them hurts you, the wound will start to fester. Oh, that is nasty. When did this turn into freaking Vietnam? According to Satoko and Rika-chan, earlier in elementary school, Satoko had been on a trap-making craze and set them up along every inch of this mountain. Keiichi-kun, maybe they didn't tell us not to go on the mountain because we get lost, but because it was dangerous? Mion and I both nodded wholeheartedly at Reina's hypothesis. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? Come now, we are hurrying on ahead. If we do not return soon, it will get dark. If it gets dark, it may even become dangerous for me. But you're the one who brought us to this crazy mountain. Yeah, especially when you brought a spear trap covered in dog shit. Oh my god, what is wrong with you, man? Crazy mountain. Why was this an average, healthy Japanese boy like me being forced to deal with life-threatening booby traps? And then, the very moment Satoko and Rika-chan got just out of sight was when the three of us all got caught in nice little traps together. Someone get me out. I have to go to the bathroom. Never mind that. Somebody get the bucket off me. I can't see in front of me. Oh. Wait, Reina, don't struggle around so much. I can see your panties. Oh, you saw? Keiichi-kun, you saw. Oh. Oh, Jesus. And I just got my ass whooped. Smash, crash, smash, 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 crash, bash. Of course you can see them. You may be in a bucket, but you can definitely go. Oh, God. Bucket Reina was using me as a sandbag and Mion was crying. You can't get out of the pitfall? How sad, how sad. Jeez, didn't I already tell you all? You weren't supposed to leave my side. I had an epiphany. Satoko had been so bent on taking everyone out to the mountain because she wanted to brag about all the traps she set up here over the years. You could have stopped just at showing them to us. I didn't need to experience how it felt firsthand. Rika-chan pets our three heads in sequence in an incredibly satisfied mood. Yeah, I appreciate the head pats, but can you get me the fuck out of here? Oh my god. Oh my lord. So, recording for 13 minutes. Let's continue. But first, there we go. Just to double check. So, oh, it's got me on. Alright, number 2. Part 2 of Chapter 3. Okay. Anyway, lunchtime has finally arrived. Mion gleefully announced the beginning of lunch. Oh ho ho ho. Lunchtime at last. Someone here will have to play the punishment game, yes? Oh great. Oh fucking great. Oh, the punishment this time. It's a little scary, so... Sorry, but Reina went all out on making her bento. In Reina's case, I don't think she'd lose even if she wasn't taking it seriously. Meep. We tried our hardest too. You and your meeps. Satoko and Rika-chan made separate lunches today. Usually you have the same bento, but that won't do for the showdown today, will it? Yes, it's quite alright. Rika and I made sure to make separate ones. Wow, Satoko-chan and Rika-chan both tried really hard. How exciting. What's a little surprising is that K-chan was able to make a bento. Good job, K-chan. It looks like you really can do it if you try. I scratched my head and gave her a dry smile. My bento today had been made entirely by Satoko last night. It had none of my personality, so there wasn't anything there that they could praise me for. What does Keiichi-kun's bento look like? Oh, I can't wait to see. Oh, you really want to see it, huh? Don't expect too much. It's just the leftover rice and side dishes from last night. Leftovers are the foundation of bentos. No kidding. Oh. Now we'll know your dinner last night. We'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Was it really better to hide the fact that Satoko came over and made dinner last night? Well, of course it was. If I revealed that I didn't make my own bento, I'd be sure to end up playing the punishment game. Today's punishment game was to stand right in front of the curry maniac Chie Sensei and say bad things about curry. Oh my god, she's gonna go apeshit and like pull out a knife or something. About curry, it wasn't too different from telling someone to jump out of a 100-story window. Oh Jesus, don't take that too far. It was exactly the same as telling someone to die. Oh my god, you and your fucking anti-Twitter dumb shit. Kill yourself. What the fuck? Fuck is wrong with you people? But Mi-chan, how will we decide who wins and loses the bento showdown? Keiichi-kun made his own too, so maybe we should call it a draw for today? We could do that. The punishment game yesterday was sort of a whip to encourage Keiichi-san to cook for himself after all. Well, yeah. And Keiichi made his own too, so it's a draw. My simple bento with last night's leftovers could never have stood up to everyone else's bento that they made to win. I fully understood Satoko and Rika-chan's concern for me as they tried to end the showdown peaceably. However, the club president Mion Sonozaki would not be convinced by something like that. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy. I wonder why you're all so optimistic. Leaving one of our showdowns in such a gray area is out of the question. Now that we clashed, we must settle the score. Reconciling with a draw only happens in the Yakuza world. Oh jeez. So I knew you'd say that. There's no way you'll ended that way with your battle lust. This was bad. At this rate, I was sure to be the sole loser. But well, I didn't make this bento after all. Maybe I need to resign myself to my inevitable loss. Okay, me. How are we going to decide who wins? It won't be fair if we grade each other's. Let's do an open judgment. Okay, everyone, assemble. Mion commanded everyone who had just started eating using her club president voice. Come and judge our 5 bento. Write your favorite 3 on a piece of paper and submit it. Understand? Everyone in the class was used to being dragged into Mion's club activities. Oh boy. Yeah, came the energetic voices from here and there. Everyone already knew that the showdown this time involved an utterly fatal punishment game, and they were all very interested in what would happen to whoever lost. Of course, they wanted the thrill of seeing something terrifying. Okay, everyone ready? Then I'll go first, alright? Ta-da! In exaggerated fashion, Mion pulled the lid off her multi-tiered ornate bento box. Multiple cheers of joy erupted at the brilliant sight. Oh gee, what happened there? That's amazing! It's just like New Year's food. It can't be. It has to be a lie. She must have switched the contents with a catered bento. Such purely Japanese cooking. Mion Sonozaki couldn't possibly make this. It's like, nah, there's no freaking way possibly make this. Nope, this is easy for Mi-chan if she gets serious. She almost never gets serious though. Oh boy, we got that little creepy smug look on her face. Just who do you think this old man is? Given enough time and ingredients, I could even reproduce the Manchu Han Imperial Feast. The The entire classroom gulped audibly, and everyone wrote down a score on the note paper in their hands simultaneously. It made sense. Just a visual impact would give her a perfect score. Alright, let's see. Reina's next. Reina's really good at cooking too. Reina's bento is always like a flower arrangement. Thanks everyone. I'll reveal my bento now. Hey. Reina's bento was a beautiful mix of the two colors of eggs and minced meat, and it too was a bento staple, the Saburo bento. She had been thorough with the side dishes as well, and they were abundant in number. She had spent more time than usual on it, but it was as unassuming and truly nonchalant. One couldn't ignore the household warmth in it that Mion's bento lacked. If I may say, you've done it again. This should get quite a high score. I should have known. It may look rigid, but there isn't anything to deduct points from. Amazing as always. Once again, every one of the judges wrote a score on their notepaper at the same time. There seemed to be some who were revising their opinions when they compared it to Mion's score too. The whole classroom seemed split between Mion and Reina, and on everyone's face it was clear that they all wanted to be tasting them rather than scoring them. Then we'll be next. Yes, I will now reveal mine. Come to think of it, Satoko and Rika-chan ate with me last night at my house. It was impressive that they still made a bento. Both their bentos were clearly lacking compared to Mion's artfulness and Reina's perfection. However, because of that, you could sense from them how hard they worked. The toppings were a little on the rough side, but you could still feel that they tried their hardest. It made you feel a little biased so that you'd give them more points. A few people struck by just that once again revised their opinions and wrote in scores on their notepaper. Satoko, Rika-chan, you both made really good bentos today. They might not measure up to Reina or Mion's craftsmanship, but when you think about that, they're pretty amazing. Satoko and Rika-chan glanced at each other and grinned happily. This is a secret, okay? Mutter. What? When Satoko told me, I broke off from the others and secretly looked for my classmates' bento boxes. There, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun's bento boxes. I took a quick peek inside and half of the contents were missing. Not bad. In the end, Satoko and Rika-chan hadn't made bento today. A bold move. They got Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun to share their bentos with them. Hey, Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, how did they buy you out? What are you saying, my Bara-san? When did we get bought out and for what? That's right. It's not like we traded them our duty watering the garden for half our bentos. For half our bentos. Curse you, Satoko. What an impudent trick. Satoko grinned, showing her fang-like canines, and laughed in triumph. Oh, this is only something I learned from you, Keiichi-san. Oh. Yes. Oh, geez. How naive buying them out with watering duty alone. They're men. If you're going to buy them out, you need to use something a lot spicier than that. For example, like giving them 3 tickets to walk Satoko and Rika-chan around like dogs all day, with them on all fours, wearing tails and with leashes around their necks. Oh geez. Whoa, that might be enough to get me to do anything? As I was lost in my wild fantasies, Mion clapped me on the shoulder and called me back to reality. Damn, it was just getting good. Alright, next up is Kei-chan's bento. We're all hoping for something pretty great because of your declaration yesterday, but how did it really turn out? Keiji-kun can do it if he needs to. Reina was really excited for today. Today! They're all looking forward to it, but it's really just leftovers from dinner last night. I didn't even make it either. How was that supposed to stand up to Mion and Reina and the others? That's it. Feast your eyes on this. Ha! I tore the lid off my bento box. There weren't very many cheers. Well, I guess there wouldn't be. Keiji-kun, you tried your hardest too. Reina can tell how hard you worked. Reina, don't feel like you need to compliment me. How did this happen? Was Keiji-san actually a hard worker after all? Kuh. Well, I want to acknowledge how hard you tried, but for this showdown, it doesn't matter. Kuh. Mion's cold, mean laugh. Oh, geez. It was like it spoke for everyone's opinion, just like that. Okay, she's fucked. um, hmm. Keiji-kun did really well, considering it was his first challenge, you know. I think maybe everyone should rate his a little higher. But for the showdown, it doesn't matter. Kuh. Alright, Kei-chan, if you have any last words before we tally up the results, I'll listen to them now. Kuh. What do you mean by last words? I mean, what do you mean by last words? I mean that you might be hoping for a few extra points if you appeal somehow to the crowd. Kuh. After all, for today's showdown, you just need to avoid coming in last. If you do well enough, then maybe you'll be able to worm out of the punishment game. Oh ho ho ho. You are implying that Keiichi-san's bento is going to take Keiichi-san's bento is going to take last place, aren't you? No, this old man wasn't trying to say anyone's bento came in last or anything. Kuh. Mion cackled repulsively. In contrast, Satoko's smile was growing somehow awkward. All right, this bento was filled with last night's side dishes. That means it was basically a bento that Satoko made. And Mion outright said it would come in last place. Michan, aren't you being a little mean? Poor Keiichi-kun. Reina, Kei-chan knew he couldn't lose today's bento showdown beforehand, didn't he? He did all that grandstanding yesterday, well aware of that. I don't think there's any reason to go easy on him, do you? Right, Satoko? Yes, you are right, and he came here with his mess. It makes me laugh. Oh. Oh my god, that creepy look on her face. Wait, Satoko-chan, you can't laugh at him. But that bento is just so ridiculous I can't help but laugh. These side dishes look like they were bought from a shop. It's really disillusioning. Well, it's not like everyone can make kimchi. All they do is just go to a H Mart, fucking buy kimchi there. Really disillusioning. Look, this one was just taken out of a can, wasn't it? This cucumber here isn't cut cleanly, like the knife didn't go all the way through. Kei-chan, you never used a knife, did you? Your lack of experience is apparent. No, this goes beyond a simple lack of experience. The presentation is fairly monotonous as well. It's almost a shock to see such a lack of taste. It was my first experience putting food into a bento box, so of course it's not going to look too good. Kei-chan, there's a bigger problem than how you put it into the box. Tomita, Okamura, explain, please. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun were chosen from our many underclassmen. Tomita-kun quickly adjusted his glasses and took a step forward. The fatal flaw in my Baro-san's bento is the coloration. As you know, there are three primary colors forming the basis of all colors. So if you want a well-balanced color scheme, then excluding white and black, you need those three colors. And nevertheless, if you move the white and black from Maibara-san's bento, all that would be left is dark green. Ah, dark green. No one will want to eat if you describe it like that. I had forgotten. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun had been bought out by Rika-chan and Satoko, so they were trying their hardest to let them win and make me lose, weren't they? God, what strong wills they have. It was charming if only because they were working so hard despite having been bought out. The side dishes have no spirit in them either. They're all pre-packaged or canned food. In other words, out of the three necessary requirements for bento, love, spirit, and taste, we can assert that Maibara-san's bento is lacking two of these. The classroom, convinced by the elucidation of the mystery they were thoroughly baffled with, raised mysterious groans of admiration. No heart and no spirit. It's decided then. Keiichi Maibara. This may sound cold, but if you realize how much fun cooking is because of all this, Keiichi-kun, isn't that enough? In any case, everything is fine as long as I'm not doing the punishment game. Reina was giving a dry, smile as well. Oh ho ho ho. It's been settled, Keiichi-san. You're going to be the one doing the punishment game. Oh ho 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 ho. She laughed in such a vile manner, but she didn't look like she meant it. I knew that Satoko was speaking ill of a bento that she'd practically made herself in front of the whole classroom, and I could tell how painful that laughter was. Okamura-kun said before that this bento lacked spirit, but among all the bento laid out here today, there wasn't a single one with as much spirit as this one. This meal that she made for me yesterday in such a good mood, though it looked like she was in a bad one. I won't let it end with this slander. Well then, last place, Keiichi-san? Please, admit to your honest defeat already. Could you wait just a moment? When I began to speak in a low voice, the expressions of all the members of the club changed. Mion clicked her tongue. This man was baring his fangs at the last moment again. My bento was defeated because it lacked spirit. That's how you explain it. Am I wrong, Okamura-kun? Okamura-kun, who had suddenly been placed in the spotlight, looked flustered for a moment, but immediately he stammered in reply that I was right. How do you measure spirit? By difficulty? By effort? By sweat or tears? By its manifestation? Then how would you rate these burns that are still on my hands? Wow, Keiichi-kun, those are oil burns? Great. The burn marks from when I almost caused a fire yesterday looked just like I was having a ton of trouble cooking. I could clearly tell that the classroom was forced to acknowledge the effort I put into it. I see. To turn your failures at cooking due to the lack of skill into scars of hard work instead. As I thought, I cannot falter around this man. That's right. I lack skill. I'm so bad at cooking that my grandstanding yesterday was pitiful, but I didn't run away. I fought, and I delivered these results. Is that not spirit? What do you think? Reina wants to acknowledge it. Nobody can keep on going if their defiant spirit doesn't get valued. The girls in the class started to nod in agreement. Okay, the tables are turning. But Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, bought out by the objects of their unrequited affection, weren't about to lose either. They shifted to the counterattack, clearly exceeding the price they were paid. I see. I understand your feelings, Maibara-san. However, if spirit was all that mattered in cooking, the world wouldn't need chefs. That's right. If a chef brought you burned steak and said they put their spirit into it and tried hard, would you pay them? You wouldn't, would you? It's the same thing. Oh my god. That's right, that's how it goes. The male students took Tomita and Okamura's side. God, they did have a point. What about consideration? Even if you did get a totally black steak, if I knew how much the mother who made it struggled, I would eat it. I would eat it all. Ooh, a little bit savage right there. Clap, 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 clap. This time the female students in the class took my side. Good. Now we're even. Besides, a bento is a refinement of one's love given form. It only means something when the other person feels that way. Does your bento make us feel that way, Barbara-san? No, it doesn't make me feel that way. You're mean. Oh, jeez. The girls in the class began to boo loudly at his remark. Now even Okamura-san was panicking. Order. Will the spectators please refrain from making remarks? Your Honor, in order to prove how much of my spirit has gone into this bento, I call Miss Ryugu Reina, an authority in the culinary arts, to the stand. Reina thinks this bento has spirit in it. It might be rather artless in places, but I think cooking isn't just about our outward appearances. The girls in the class again gave cries of support as they all applauded. In response, all the men in the class began to boo. Your Honor, the opinions of my Baro-san and Ryugu-san are extremely sentimental and aren't in following with common sense. They are unsuitable to use as evidence. When was this turned into a fucking jury over cooking? Order. The prosecution's objection is sustained. Go ahead. Ahem. Let's replace the bento in question with a birthday present, for example. Let's say on my birthday, I, Tomita, received a hand-knitted sweater. Oh my gosh. And he, Okamura, received a bookstore gift certificate for 10,000 yen. That felt strangely real. Was it actually just an example? Common sense dictates which of them has the spirit. It is, of course, the hand-knitted sweater. If we went back to the bento, this would be handmade side dishes. And the gift certificate, which is nothing more than money, allows you to buy things. In other words, it's the same as simple, meaningless canned goods. Murmur. Just murmuring all about. The boys and girls all began to argue amongst themselves about presents. They were all talking about what they received as presents in the past. Damn! Tomita-kun, he changed the subject to something that could easily grab everyone's attention. Not bad at all. I'll lose the initiative at this rate. Objection! This matter regards the spirit put into the bento. It is entirely different from birthday presents, as they are each unique situations. Overruled. Will the prosecution please continue? Damn! That's how I feel. Now then, what's important here is the fact that the spirit of the giver and spirit of the receiver are totally different. Between the handmade sweater that looks a little bit askew and the 10,000 yen bookstore gift certificate placed here before your very eyes, which would you say is the better choice? The gift certificate, right? It's 10,000 yen. 10,000! Can you calculate how many comic books you could buy with that? You could instantly complete a full collection of it. Was around 10 volumes long, dozens of happy, humorous, slightly perverted manga. Oh geez. Perverted. The bliss of your soothed heart can't be compared to the sweater. The boys unanimously praised that with applause. Materialistic brats. Ugh, but all guys that age are like that. Even I would choose the gift certificate over the sweater in that case. Well, I'm pretty sure every male would want to buy the manga collection over the sweater in that case. Hey, wait, weren't you the ones who said it was about love, spirit, and taste right at the start? Since when did taste trump all? Trump. That's the stance they were taking now. I believe this has demonstrated that the spirit of the giver and the spirit of the receiver have no casual relationship. Yes, no matter how much my brother-san struggled to make this bento, that cannot enter into consideration for the rest of us on the receiving end. Mere sophistry, Tomita-kun. It has plenty of spirit. Whether that gets through or not is the receiver's problem. That's right. Boo. Taste is most important. Enemy of woman. What was that, ugly? Ah, now the courtroom is in chaos, but I can't allow myself to lose. Not only to avoid the punishment game, but also to protect Satoko's honor. Now then, do the defendants have a response to give? Slowly and strongly, I nod and step up to the dais. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, do you two really think you can beat me with mere words? Mere words. The prosecutions just said that we should value the gift without basing it on the spirit of the giver, correct? At some point, I began speaking formally. Yes, that's right. No matter how much you labor to make that bento, that labor should not factor into our grading. Then I have a question for the prosecution. If I and my borrower were to take the bento I made for today and place it beside one bought from the store, would both of these be given the same score? The prosecution hesitated to speak. Got you. That's right. A convenience store bento doesn't even come close to a homemade one. No matter how badly made it is, it has far more spirit than a bento that you just bought would ever have. You see, that spirit is being graded, meaning the spirit the cook put into the bento has already reached the recipients, or... Oh, man. Recipients, let's go with that. Admit it. Oh shit. Boom. With those impactful words drawn in the air behind me, I pointed my finger. The girls, led by Reina, broke into applause. Some of the boys were admitting it too. I'll admit it. You admitted it? You admitted it, right? Then let's move to why a convenience store bento has no spirit in it. What exactly is the spirit in a bento in the first place? Objection. My Baro-san is trying to deceive the court by using abstract expressions. Objection overruled. This sounds interesting, so listen until he's done. Oh boy, got them. Now I'll show you two the difference between us. Your Honor, I'd like to call Miss Rika Furud to the stand as a witness. Meep. Even for Rika-chan, that must have seemed like a bolt from the blue. There's no doubt that she never dreamed the point of my spear would be aiming at her. But Rika-chan, you said it before, for this showdown it doesn't matter. Rika Furud-san, your bento today was very well made. It looks delicious. Meep? Yes. Satoko and Rika-chan's bentos had been made of half of Tomita-kun's and Okamura-kun's. The prosecutor's face is turned pale, but they were too late. Reina, would you bring Okamura-kun's bento over here? Huh? Okay, sure. Your Honor, my bento has no relevance to this case. Oh sure, that overruled. Kuh. Your Honor, I submit Okamura-kun's bento box as evidence. Look at it. Look at what's inside. There's only half in there. It's not about whether there's half, please. It's not about whether there's half, please. Look a little more closely. See? They're exactly the same. Your Honor, you've seen it. Miss Rika Furud's bento is stolen from Okamura-kun's. There is no way such a thing could have spirit in it. No, but that's just a coincidence. It's already obvious. Spirit. It's a game of catch between the giver and the receiver. What is this, like football? The bento box, then, is the ball. That bento was something Okamura-kun was given, from mother to son. That means Okamura-kun is the only one who can feel the spirit from this bento box. Now that it's been disturbed and been stolen, it no longer has that spirit. Dun dun dun. Yay, that did it. Huh? What? Is that true? Rika-chan, is that true? Meep. Nipa. She went from sad to happy. Kuh. I see how it is. Mion the judge folded her arms and began to hum. I couldn't even take a guess as to what Mion was laughing about. Frankly, I didn't know whether I would win or lose. Okay, before announcing my judgment, I'll start from the top. Shh. The entire classroom quieted. First, from an objective standpoint, there is no doubt that the bento of the accused, Keiichi Maibara, must be seen as poorly made. This is something that the grading results clearly display. While you having a creepy look on your face clearly display. But as Kei-chan said, cooking is not all about taste. The spirit put into it should be considered subtle seasoning. For grading, though, that would only amount to a few points. It's so subtle that it's not enough to alter the results. Grr. Now then, I'd like to mention the original reason for today's bento showdown. What was the reason for it? That's right. We started to see whether the accused, Keiichi Maibara, could cook for himself and to measure the result. Yeah, that's right. Keiichi-kun did make his own bento. That stung my conscience a bit, but for the showdown, it didn't matter. So, the whole basis behind the showdown was to cook a meal for yourself. In other words, whether or not the meal was homemade. Rika-chan neglecting to do that is a much bigger problem now. Is a much bigger problem than how good her bento is. In other words, is she disqualified? Nippa. Rika-chan let out a nippa, looking as though she had prepared herself for this outcome. Don't take it personally, Rika-chan. At our club, things like that don't matter. Keiichi did well, like I thought. You tried your hardest until the very end. Rika-chan demanded I lower my head, then she petted. With that over with, this case is closed. Today, last place goes to Rika Farud. Oh my god, thank god for that. Holy shit. Whoa, oh my god, everything went on fire, like holy shit. Anyway, that miraculous turnaround. And last place went to Rika-chan, the one everyone had least expected. The whole classroom went wild. I'm amazed you managed to avoid coming in last place with such a terrible bento. Satoko looked at me hatefully, but spoke in a vague kind of voice. There's no way I'd come in last. There's nothing in this bento that would deserve last place. But it's got ready-made side dishes and canned goods and has no style and grab. Satoko was speaking more and more poorly of herself as time went on, so I roughly grabbed her head and began to stroke it. I told you, spirit is important. This bento isn't all about appearance. It's got all kinds of flavors in it. But spirit isn't the only thing. It tastes totally weird and what about it? What about it is weird? I thought it was great. It was absolutely great. That's why I packed it. If dinner last night had been bad, then I would never have brought it to school. I would have come here with some bread and a milk carton. But just shut up already. I caressed her head, swinging it from side to side. At some point, Reina had come up behind us. She was giggling to herself. That was the face of someone who had known everything from the beginning. When did you realize I hadn't made it? When you showed us your burns, I guess? There's nothing in your bento that you needed oil for. Reina-san, don't you think you're misunderstanding something? I didn't do anything. Satoko-chan, you weren't the one who made this bento? Satoko-chan, you weren't the one who made this bento? Then did Keiichi-kun make it by himself after all? Okay, then I guess he did. Reina smiled roguishly and turned from Satoko to me. When you cut cucumbers, you hold a knife like this and go like this. As for the colors, you can express all sorts of things if you place vegetables in the right way. This lecture was clearly not meant for me. but you've gotten a lot better since the last time you showed us. I see you've been studying. If you keep this up, I bet you'll be able to make better and better dishes in no time. She continued saying words clearly meant for Satoko while facing me instead. Satoko was wearing an ambitious look and couldn't even nod her head at her. Anyway, no matter what anyone says, I like the way my bento is today. I'm not going to share it with anyone else either. I'll eat the whole thing by myself. Wow, how greedy. Reina wants to try some too. As we were going back and forth, Satoko rubbed her eyes as though she was drowsy, then announced to Mion and everyone else. Excuse me, the truth is, I got Tomita-san to give me some of his bento. Stupid. Ojo, what are you saying? If she kept it a secret, then at least she would have been saved. Tomita-kun looked at her with an expression filled with regret and surprise. Huh? Is that true? Really? Oh my. Mion spun her finger around, then pointed to the hallway, sentencing Satoko to the punishment game as well. Oh jeez. Oh shit. Satoko left the classroom behind her, completely prepared, as though she was going with Rika-chan on an errand. I can't let Rika go alone. I will accompany her to the very depths of hell. You don't need to go that far. My word, Keiji-san really is terrible too. Humiliating only Rika like that. He is truly a rotten person. I couldn't just return Satoko's kindness with malice. Eh? Satoko really is silly. Rika-chan spoke so that only I could hear, grinning happily. Now then, let us be off, Rika. Punishment games are one of our duties as club members. Satoko seemed awfully happy, not frustrated in the slightest, like she always was when she lost. Damn. Rika-chan's right after all. Everyone here is a moron. Mion, I'll come clean too. I didn't make my bento today. I was the same, so I'm going with them. For the punishment game. Huh? Even you, Kei-chan? What the fuck's going on? Is what I would say. What's going on? Good luck with the punishment game, I mean. I'll get the first aid kit ready. Oh Jesus. Call an ambulance in advance, will you? And maybe a hearse, just in case. Whatever that word is. Leaving a bewildered Mion and a happily smiling... Oh my gosh. I can't even help this. A bewildered Mion. Leaving a bewildered Mion and a happily smiling Reina behind in the classroom, I went into the hallway. What are you doing? You finally won for once. I had no idea you had such an odd taste for these punishment games that you'd go so far as to volunteer yourself for one. Guess so. It's a little much for a hobby, eh? I swear, I think you're underestimating this one. We're one thing, but grave harm might actually befall you, Keiji-san. I hope you're ready to have 1 or 2 ribs broken. That sounds like it would hurt. I don't like getting hurt. Keiichi-san, you just stand there and nod along, okay? Rika and I will smooth it over. I swear, I can't believe I had to look after you even during a punishment game. Seriously. I already knew that her pouty behavior was a sign that freaking stuttering right now. I already knew that her pouty behavior was a sign that she was actually in a really good mood, so it made me want to smile. Hey, I do want to eat some vegetable stir-fry. Satoko, can you make that? What? Well, there's nothing I can't do if I put my mind to it. She can make it very well. I really like Satoko's stir-fry. She was uneasy at first, but once she got assurance from Rika-chan, she turned back and looked at me with once more confident eyes. It's settled then. Let's go shopping for stuff after school today. I don't really have any idea what to buy after all. That is true, isn't it? I think it's still too early for you to go shopping at the supermarket, Keiichi-san. It would make me anxious if I wasn't watching. And Satoko makes me nervous that she'll buy the wrong thing if I'm not watching. Oh boy. Rika! Meep. The conversation continued as we walked until we arrived before the door to the teacher's lounge. Okay, let's get this punishment game over with and discuss the menu for tonight. Meep. Rika-chan gleefully grabbed onto my arm. In turn, I pulled Satoko to me, grabbing her shoulder with my other hand. We'll all be together in death. I won't let anyone die alone. We're all together. I won't let anybody die alone. What an indiscreet thing to say. I want no part of something so disturbing. She may have sounded annoyed, but she was so happy it was going to make me blush. Oh jeez. Alright. Just beyond this door is the world after death. However, we shall return. All of us will. Yes, everyone will. Then, let us sally forth. Slam! We opened the doorway to the world of death, and like she did every day, just as the sun rose in the eastern sky, Chie-sensei was eating curry for lunch. It was store-bought, but she made a point of eating a different brand every day. Oh my. My Barakun, Fruit-san, and Hojo-san, is something the matter? She appeared to be in the middle of a moment of supreme bliss, her mouth full of her beloved curry, and we were to pick a fight with her. What a crime this punishment game would be. However, it was what we had to do, for that was the rule of our club. The three of us held each other's shoulders tightly once more. Alright, let's do this. Ready? What do you mean ready? Keiichi-san, you're going to stay quiet. Rika and I will handle everything. Entrust your life to me for now. Go for it, yay! What are you all doing? We could see 2 or 3 question marks popping up above the teacher's head. Alright, Satoko, this is the only time I'll trust you with my life, because I'll be shutting my eyes tightly and only thinking about what we'll be having for dinner. Leaving it to you. Satoko inhaled deeply, and so... Hey, you over there. You curry... Oh my god. Censoring out the insults. Oh shit. Oh my god. That did not go well. That did not go well at all. Oh shit. Holy shit. Whatever that curse word was, god damn. Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Well, that was a really long one. But I'm gonna end this here for now. So next part, we're gonna find out after school what it's like after we got our asses whooped from that curry insults. From the curry insults that she received, I mean. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys later. Have a good one.